How many times have you wanted to create a fun game for your students, but just didn't have enough time? Or maybe, while designing a PowerPoint somewhere between all those slides and settings, you got tired and gave up? I know, it's a struggle every teacher can relate to. In this video, I'm going to show you an amazing solution that lets you create exciting, ready-to-use educational games for your class with just a few clicks. No hassle, no wasted time, and completely customizable for any lesson and any student. Let's see how it works. Hello to all the dedicated teachers and creative parents. I hope you're doing great and feeling full of energy to create joyful and unique learning experiences. We've talked about tools you can use to design fun classroom games and quizzes. It's time for the next important step. This program will be useful for almost all subjects and all grade levels. Now, we will explain the different parts with multiple examples. Name. Enter a unique name for the game. At least one game must be defined to generate PowerPoint. Shape. Determines the shape of game boxes, square, circle, cloud. I choose the square shape for all the games. You can choose a circle or a cloud. Setting. Select settings. A game cannot be created without one. The settings have already been entered in the settings section. If you don't have any settings, you can enter one from the settings section. Reward. Assign a reward. A game cannot be created without one defined in the rewards section. The rewards are entered in the rewards section. If you haven't defined a reward yet, go to the rewards section and set a reward for the student. Time. Enable and set a timer if desired. If the yes option is selected for the game, the time, in seconds, must be entered. This time will be displayed to the user during the game. If not, select the no option. Score. Points added for each correct move. If the score is equal to or greater than the minimum score you have defined in the rewards section, the reward page will be displayed, otherwise, this page will not be generated. Game. We have 3 games here, and you can choose one of them. Match game. Drag flash. Flashcard. Type. Choose data type, text. Image. Text image. In each game, you can have different types of data, which can help you teach a lot of content through these games. For example, in mathematics, for multiplication, you can use text-to-text or text-to-image. Or, to show opposite words, you can use text-to-text. Here, with a few examples, I will explain all 3 games in different types. 1. Match game. Create a grid with rows and columns, ensuring their product is even. Enter data for half of that product. Example 1. I choose the name Game 1. I select main settings as the settings. I choose reward 1 as the reward. I set the timer to yes and consider 30 seconds. I set the score for each correct choice to 2 points. We select text. I set the rows to 3 and the columns to 4. When I select 3 by 4, it means I must enter 6 pairs of text. In this game, normally all the cards must have equal values, such as 2 identical images that match or 2 identical texts. However, here I use 2 different but related texts, or 2 images, to make the game more educational. Of course, you may still use identical texts or images if you prefer. Hot. Cold. Click Add. Day. Night. Click Add. White. Black. Click Add. On. Off. Click Add. Good. Bad. Click Add. Up. Down. Click Add. The texts must not be such that the answer results in two identical items. Also, if the left and right text are the same text must not be repeated again in another row. Otherwise, the student may get confused. To edit any row of the table, simply select the row, make the necessary changes, and finally click the Edit button. To delete a row, first select the row and then click the Delete button. Finally, after entering all the data, the Save Game button becomes active. Click it to save. If you don't click the Save Game button, the game will not be stored in the table. Example 2. I choose the name Game 2. I select Settings 1 as the settings. I choose Reward 2 as the reward. The timer is set to 30 seconds. I set the score for each correct choice to 2 points. We select Picture. I set the rows to 3 and the columns to 4. We need to enter 6 pairs. In this game, I use related but not identical images. For example, we enter pictures of 6 animals and the food of each one. Select a picture of a cow. Select a picture of hay. Click Add. Select a picture of a chicken. Select a picture of corn kernels. Click Add. Select a picture of a frog. Select a picture of an insect. Click Add. Select a picture of a rabbit. Select a picture of a carrot. Click Add. Select a picture of a worm. Select a picture of a leaf. Click Add. Select a picture of a bee. Select a picture of flower nectar. Click Add. If you use identical images, the same image must not be repeated in 2 rows. Also, images on the right or left side of the rows must not be repeated. Otherwise, the student may become confused when answering. Finally, after entering all the data, click Save. Example 3. I choose the name Game 3. I select Settings 2 as the settings. I choose Reward 3 as the reward. The timer is set to 30 seconds. I set the score for each correct choice to 2 points. We select Picture Text. I set the rows to 3 and the columns to 4. We must enter 6 pairs. In this game, I use a math example. On one side, we put multiplication expressions, and on the other side, an image of apples where the number of apples is exactly equal to the result of the multiplication. 2 by 2. Select an image of 4 apples. Click Add. 2 by 5. Select an image of 10 apples. 3 by 2. Select an image of 6 apples. 4 by 2. Select an image of 8 apples. 8 by 2. Select an image of 16 apples. 7 by 2. Select an image of 14 apples. Again, I emphasize that the texts and/or images must not be identical. For example, if we have both 4 by 4 and 2 by 8, and both use an image of 16 apples, then during the game execution, since each image is linked to its specific text, the student may become confused. Finally, after entering all the data, click Save. The next games are flashcard and drag flash. I will pause the video and complete the other games using the same data from the match game. The only difference is that in these two games, we select 2 by 3 for the rows and columns. I will explain the reason for this during execution. I paused the game and designed all 3 types for both the flashcard and drag flash games, and saved them under the names Game 4 to Game 9. So now, we have 9 games in total, and I find it necessary to explain each button separately. Reset game. Clears all input fields. Recovery game. If you've previously saved games in the backup table, this option allows you to restore them. Clear game. This option deletes all games stored in the games table. Before deletion, you will be asked whether you want to save the games to the backup table. If you confirm, the games will be backed up before deletion and can be restored using the recovery option. Note, deleting games will also delete all PowerPoints created using those games. Delete game. Select a row from the games table to choose a game. Press this button to delete the selected game. Note, deleting a game will also delete any PowerPoints created using that game. Edit game. Select a row from the games table. Make any necessary changes to the data, then click this button to save the changes. In this section, if we need to change any of the rows in the table above, we must use the Edit Row option. After completing the changes, click Edit Game. If you do not click Edit Game, the changes will not be saved. If the number of defined games is large and you need to search among them, simply use the search box to look for the type or name of the game, then click the search button. You will see that the search results are displayed for you. After finishing the work, we go to the PowerPoint settings section. Here, I select Public. I use a box to select students, and a spinner to select the game. And I choose all the games from 1 to 9. In the description section, I just write, "Please click." Then I press the Save button. We exit Excel and go to the PowerPoint section. We exit Excel and go to PowerPoint. We double-click on edumatchmagic.pptm file. And see that there are no slides here. Then we double-click on match.pam file. And you'll notice that the Add-ins menu appears in the top ribbon. From the Add-ins menu, click Match Game. If this method for opening the add-in file doesn't work for you, I've explained another method in the settings tutorial video, which you can watch. The video link is available in the description. In the settings, we selected public mode. You'll see that 2 slides are created. The first slide contains the students' names, based on the information entered in the student form. On the side panel, you'll see the comments or descriptions that were entered. You can close them by clicking on them. You can either click Next to skip this step or select one of the boxes. If you select a box, wait until the student's name appears. When you click on a student's name, you'll see it displayed at the top of each slide. I select box number 2, the student Patrick student is shown. We click Next to go to the next step. We click Spin and start to see how the spinning function works. Since I want to show you each of the games we've designed, I'll go through them one by one. We click on Game 1 and wait for it to generate. After the game is created, we click Next to go to the game screen. This game is a match game 3 by 4 grid. We designed it as a text-text game with a 30-second timer, meaning both parts are text, and opposite words should be matched. We select options 1 and 4. Up and black. They're not opposites, so they flip back. We select 5 and 10. On and night. Not a match. Then we select 9 and 6. White and black. That's correct, they are opposites, and 2 points are added. We continue playing until all opposite words are matched. When 11 and 10 are matched, the timer runs out, and the time up message appears. Click on it to continue the game. When the game ends, we receive 12 points, and a gift box appears. Click it and wait for the reward slide to be created. In this game, we use a timer that's different from the others. It starts immediately after the slide is created. This timer only works on Windows OS, so if you're using another operating system, please contact support before purchasing. We click the reward button to go to the reward slide. We select box number 3. Good, that's the student's reward. Click Home to return to the first slide. Now we can select another student. Click Next to go to the game slide. Select Game 2. Another 3x4 match game, but this time it's picture-picture. We select 1 and 6. Then 2 and 6. And continue until completion. Now, I'll go back to the Games page to show the other games. We click on Game 3. We exit presentation mode to confirm that the game slide has been created, then re-enter presentation mode. Click Next to start the game. This one is text picture. The text must match the number of apples shown in the image. For example, we select 9 and 3. The picture shows 14 apples, which equals 2 times 7. Then select 12 and 7. Each image matches the correct text. Click Home to return to the first slide. Then go back to Excel. The first 3 games were match type. The next 3 are drag flash. And the last 3 are flash card games. All games use the same data source. In the games list, you'll see that Reward 1 is assigned to the first game. In the Rewards section, we've defined a minimum score of 8 points to unlock the first reward. If a student reaches 8 points, they can access the Rewards section. For demonstration, I'll quickly click on each one so you can see the environment. Click Game 4. And press Next to enter the game. According to our setup, we see a 3x2 grid of cards, a drag flash game of type text. Each card contains text. On the side, you'll see word cards. Click one, then click its opposite word. If correct, it locks in place, up, down, good, bad, etc. After earning 12 points, the reward appears. Click Reward to go to the reward slide. Then click Home. Select Game 5. Exit presentation mode, and you'll see a new slide is being created. In these games, students cannot see slides in advance, as slides are generated dynamically during runtime. Return to presentation mode, go to the game, this time a drag flash picture-picture game. Click on an animal image, then on the image of its corresponding food. Move to Game 6. Another new slide is being created. This is a drag flash text picture game. The images show apples, and their counts correspond to the product of the numbers in the text. For example, the first image 14 apples matches 7x2. The next 16 apples matches 8x2, and so on. At the end, the reward button appears again. When the time up message shows, you can finish the game and return home. Go to Game 7. A flash card text game. Click each card to see its opposite on the back, good, bad, up, down, on, off. Click Game 8. Another flashcard, this time picture. Click on the animal picture to reveal its food. Finally, click Game 9. Again a flashcard text picture game. This time, images of apples are shown. Clicking reveals the multiplication values. This dataset isn't ideal for this example. Now, back to Excel. In the PowerPoint settings section, we had said there are two presentation modes for the games. Public, which we already explained, and now private, which we'll explain next. Click Clear to remove previous data, and then click Private. In the first slide, select how students will be chosen, via boxes or a spinner. In spinner mode, you must have at least 5 students, otherwise, use boxes. Assign games as follows. Comment, please click me. Jack student. Game 1. Save. Patrick. Game 2. Save. Sarah Emily. Game 3. Save. Dyer Win. Game 4. Save. Thompson. Game 5. Save. Jack Small. Game 6. Save. Danny. Game 7. Save. That's enough. Close the form and exit Excel. Go to PowerPoint and click Match Game. Wait a moment, you'll see a slide created. Run the presentation. You'll see a spinner divided into 7 parts, one for each student who has been assigned a game. In the description area, the phrase "Please click me" appears. You can click it to hide it. Click Spin and Start. Sarah Emily is selected. Click her name and wait for her game to be created. I'll exit presentation mode so you can see that a new slide was added. You don't have to exit, I'm just showing it. Run the slideshow again and click Next. You'll enter the game we assigned to Sarah, Game 3, a 3x4 match, text picture type. Return to the main screen. Exit presentation mode. And go back to Excel. Now let's test the box selection method. Click on one of the rows and select Box. When you click Edit, a message appears. Choose Yes to change student selection to boxes. Close the form and go to PowerPoint. Click Match Game and wait for it to load. After the slide is created, you'll see eggs representing the boxes. There are 7 eggs, matching the 7 students. Each egg contains a student's name in the same order as in Excel. Run the slideshow and click on the first egg. Jack student appears. Click his name and wait for the slide to generate. I'll exit to show the newly created game slide. We assigned Game 1 to Jack student. Click Next to enter the game, a match game of text type. If you're interested in collaborating or have any questions, feel free to contact me via email. So if you're looking for creative, engaging, and budget-friendly teaching ideas, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any new videos.